All right, this is OTF on the fly, and this is a decoding channel. We're going to look at this story and see what kind of connections there are, see what kind of connections I can share with y'all. So, I've never heard of this character. It looks like the name is Maren Morris, and I'm going to see how to pronounce that real quick. All right, so how do you pronounce this name?
Maren Morris.
Okay, so Maren Morris. I was right. Okay, singer, songwriter. You see, there's a new album called Dreamsicle. Okay, it says she blends country, pop, and R&B influences. And her 2016 album Hero and 2019 album Girl both achieved multi-platinum status. And she's won a Grammy, five Academy of Country Music Awards and 5 Country Music Association Awards. Morris has she's also written songs for Kelly Clarkson and Tim McGraw. This is her right here. So she had an album called Girl and she had an album called Hero. So this is OTF on the fly. So we're gonna go over here to the Gematria calculator. We're going to enter a few things there. Notice that, look at that. Look at that. She's got these 2 albums. Look at the connection. 3 out of the 4 bass ciphers, y'all. Hero and Girl both achieved multi-platinum status. You see that right there? That's pretty cool. Even though it's just 4 letters, that's a good start right there. 46, 28, and 62. And it's in the first paragraph of her Wikipedia. So that's perfect right there. We get that match. Good, because I have to start getting ready for work here soon. But look at that. That's perfect right there. Let's look at those album covers maybe. Hero, Maren Morris. All right. Okay, cool. So decoding one-on-one, this is how we put together some slides. Grab a couple pictures of those, and we'll go ahead and put Girl as well. We'll look at that birthday. Also, we'll put her name. We'll put the full name in the Gematria calculator. We'll look at the birthday. We're going to look at this new album here as well. So the new album is called Dreamsicle. So we definitely want to put Dreamsicle in the Gematria calculator. Okay, and let's see if somehow it matches with Hero and Girl. And I saw an April 10th birthday. Okay, well, look, we get 64 right there. So that works. Oh, yeah, that works. You see that right there? Because 64 is the reflection of 46. So Dreamsicle 64, Hero 46, Girl 46. So just off of these 3 albums, you see how they connect there. And I go ahead and screenshot Dreamsicle. And after we get a few connections, we can kind of go over what we get here. So let's go back to this article. Okay, well, we want to take The full name is Maren Morris. Probably connected with Coy Leray also. I ain't gonna lie. But you're seeing the Gematria calculator here. We're gonna put her full name in on the fly. Okay, that's awesome right there. That's awesome because you see, look at that. Maren Morris, 180 in ordinal, 81 in reduction, Dreamsicle, 181. That's what we want right there. So we're moving along smooth now, okay? This is exactly what you want when you're doing OTF on the fly. And this happens usually not always as quick like this, but notice how we're hitting here. And we'll run her birthday to this release as well. But all of these three albums that we already entered, and the two big ones, and then this one that just dropped, already sync up with their full name. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of putting together these slides as I talk. So Maren Morris, awesome. Syncs up with the new album Dreamsicle. So I'll just go ahead and edit this real quick. And the April 10th birthday. So April 10th, 410. Or you could say the 10th day of the fourth month, right? So basically, if we have like a 104 or a 14 or a 41, then, that's obviously a connection, right? So let's see. I'm assuming this album might have dropped Friday. Oh, and you got the one eye going on there, a trendy thing to do. And let's see. When country star Maren Morris would voice support for the LBGTQ community, including publicly clashing with Jason Aldean's wife over gender-affirming care for transgender youth. Oh, brother. She thought she was doing it as an ally. She didn't realize at the time, but she was also speaking up for herself too. Oh, I just maybe internally had the bravery to go there in myself and say the words out loud, said Morris. Who recently came out as bisexual. All right. So that's becoming more common now, huh? When you spend the majority of your life in straight relationships and you haven't explored that part of yourself, is now the right time for me to tell everyone while I'm married that, like, hi, I'm also attracted to women? That's not fair to your partner. Is it a male partner? Let's go ahead and put bisexual in the calculator here. And when did this new album release? Bisexual. I don't see bisexual hit there. All right, but we're not done. So let's look at this new album then, Dreamsicle. Dreamsicle release date. I'm assuming Friday. Okay, May 9th. Okay. May 9th. And her birthday is, so this album releases the following month after her birthday. We also have this Gematria calculator here. Okay. So she's got the 410 birthday. That's interesting because the last breakdown I did, the mayor of Newark, what the hell was his name? Baraka? It's the last breakdown on this channel. His birthday is 4/9, April 9. And this birthday is April 10 the next day. Trending at the same time. Okay? That's nice, right? That's what's been happening as well. We get these similar birthdays. Birthday's pretty close. Like this one, the birthday's pretty close to the release of this album. 29 days before the album, as you see right there. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. 4 weeks and 1 day. This album releases after her 410 birthday. The birthday 410, like 4/1. Album releases 4 weeks, 1 day after her 410 birthday. That's what's up right there. Okay, and I see a match in date numerology also. I see a match also in date numerology. That's what we need right there, okay? We'll see if it's a perfect match. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's recap where we're at here, okay? So look, she's got these two albums that they say are hits. And they match up 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. Okay, these letters, words have numerical values. 4 base ciphers with the language. Look at that, 46, 28, 62, Hero and Girl. The new album, Dreamsicle S64. There's the 2 albums right there, Hero and Girl. There's Dreamsicle. You get the one eye, right? Her full name, Maren Morris Morris, 180 and 81. Dreamsicle 181. It releases May 9th, 4 weeks, 1 day after her 410 birthday. So 41 on the birthday, 41, 4 weeks, 1 day released after the birthday. And if you look down below there, look at that date numerology, you get 59 date numerology on her last birthday, 59 on the release of this album. And that 59 date numerology matches the 5/9 release date. So let's see if we have a perfect date numerology match. Let's go over here. We have 23 also on both days. New album release and her last birthday. We got 39. We got 21 and 12. So we get some matches with the date numerology here on her last birthday and the release of this album. How about that right there? This album releases on the 129th day, leaving 236. Her birthday is the 100th day of the year, leaving 265 days in the year. I don't see any matches with that. But also, look at the 14 date numerology. And 410 with her birthday, 4 plus 10 is 14. The album release, 5 plus 9 is 14. With the 410 birthday, 4 week, 1 day after her birthday, the release, we get more 14s. This is doing these breakdowns and, not knowing the characters and, being able to just learn about these characters and decode their stuff. I mean, this is awesome. Look at the 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 14, 14. That's awesome. Okay? So, I mean, it's almost a decode over, but let's go and I want to look at the article a little bit more. So I'll leave it right there. And I'm going to look at the article a little bit more. I feel like there's something else here. But obviously we're good, right? We're good. So the Grammy Award winner, oh man, so she's following all the big trends that have been hitting. Who's also stood in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter social justice movement and immigrants, had experienced drastic life changes throughout the past year, including a divorce with fellow singer-songwriter Ryan Hurd. Is that the one that she shared, "Hey, I'm bisexual," and now they're divorced? Is that him? I don't know. Let's look at the character. Ryan Hurd. Here's the character right here. Okay, he's got the November 2nd birthday. He's 38 years old. Ryan James Hurd. Let's grab his name. We're going to put it in the Gematrinator calculator. American country music singer, songwriter. In addition to writing #1 singles for Blake Shelton, Lady A, and Luke Bryan, Hurd is recorded for RCA Records Nashville. He's got the November 2nd birthday, so they're no longer together. But we're going to put his name in the calculator here. Let's see. 59, that would have been huge with the album release date, but we get 58. That's the full name. We can get rid of the middle name and just go Ryan Hurd. Look at that, 46. Syncs up with all three of these albums that we hit on. And syncs up perfectly with two of them. Remember, we had 64 with Dreamsicle. So that, yes, that works. Yes, that works. Look at that. Ryan Hurd, 46. These two big albums for her, Hero and Girl, both 46. The new album, Dreamsicle, 64. That's sweet right there. And this album, the 4-week, 1 day after her birthday, is the same as 29 days, and it's a 30-day span. So the album release is 29 days after her birthday, 30-day span from start to end. Unfortunately, bisexual equals 30. Bisexual, she came out as bisexual. Look at that. Bisexual's got 30 in the reduction cipher to go along with the 30-day span from her birthday to the release of Dreamsicle. From start to end, 30 days. It's exactly what we want to see right there. Just when I thought we didn't have the 30. Look, and we're only entering major things here with the article. And the 30 lands, and it lands heavy. Even with that Hero and Girl 46, 28, 62 connection, Girl also has 26, which is 62 reversed. If you look down on the bottom there. Very nice. Very nice. So we get the ex-husband right there. The ex-husband so he's 38, 39th year of life. All right. So I'm getting country vibes here from this character. Again, here's Maren Morris right here. Just click on her images. She's 35 in her 36 year of life. It still says Ryan Hurd's her spouse. Oh, okay. It says they split in 2024. And they got married in 2018. 20 plus 18 is 38. Ryan Hurd is currently 38. So here, who does she look like? Does she look like somebody else? She's got LaRae in her name. I know she doesn't look like Coy LaRae, I don't think. But she has Coy LaRae in her name. Here's Coy LaRae right here. They're both petite. Here's Maren Morris. Here's Coi Leray. There might be, and look at Coi Leray's 28. You get Leray in both of their names, just a little bit different of a spelling. This is Benzino's daughter, right? American rapper and singer. Look, she's 28 years old. And you see Hero and Girl got the 28 right there with those two albums right here. All right. So I just want to see if there's anything else here in the article, but I think that's kind of like it's kind of like a breakdown over, I think. I think we did well already and we hit quick with this one. We hit quick with this one, y'all. So we'll go ahead and click this. Obviously we can't hit a lot of that, but let's check it. Let's check a little bit of this out real quick. So orange juice. I'm seeing orange peels. I know we just had the Wiz Khalifa Kush and Orange Juice 2 album hit recently. I just did a breakdown on that. All right, so I had to slow down the sound a little bit there. So it's kind of like sounds like country a little bit. Party's still going. So I don't know what's going on with the orange juice. Dreamsicle, okay, like creamsicle, like orange flavor, those are good. So she's just pouring a drink the whole time. She's like sun tanning. And that's completely done on purpose right there. That is so whack now and so cringe with the one eye thing. Maren Morris. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. And yeah, M's the 13th letter of the alphabet. I don't see any 113s or anything really. But yeah, M, the 13th letter of the alphabet. So I think we're good here. And again, that's everything I entered in the Gematrinator calculator right there. So we utilized the birthday, 30-day span, bisexual equals 30. They told us right away she got married and then came out as bisexual. So I'm guessing that was Ryan Hurd. I'm seeing that's her only spouse. Poor guy. Poor guy, right? Okay, so I guess just a little recap, and then that's it, right? OTF on the fly, decoding 101. You see those two big albums for her, Hero and Girl, sync up with even Ryan Hurd, her ex, with the 46. Letters, numerical values attached. These are facts. Dreamsicle's got the 64, same numbers reversed. So syncs up with these other two big albums. Syncs up with the ex-husband. Full name 180 and 81. Like 181. Dreamsicle equals 181. You see her full name, Maren Morris. And we saw similar connections with Coi Leray. We saw Coi Leray is currently 28 years old. This new album releases 4 weeks, 1 day after her 4/10 birthday. So 4/1, 4/1, right? And we saw the date numerology that matched on her last birthday in this release. And then we even got the 23. We got the 39. Remember, Ryan Hurd is in his 39th year of life. And we also had a 93. Bisexual equals 93. 39 reversed. we get more 14s, 14 date numerology. You see 410 equals 14, and 5 plus 9 equals 14. Album releases 5/9. Birthday 410. You also get that 14 date numerology on her birthday. There's that bisexual connection with the 39-day span from start to end, birthday to the release date. And that's a breakdown over. So glad I can present this to y'all. She looks like somebody else. I don't know, who else does she look like? Again, these characters, they're just all connected. There's another song. Madonna vibes on that one. I don't know if you could hear that. So yeah, she kind of blends these different genres, I guess. Okay, so Maren Morris Dreamsicle album invites healing as she embraces her new life as bisexual. And let's send some sympathy with the character Ryan Hurd. And it looks like he had to find out the hard way bisexual is his wife after they got married, according to this article from what I'm seeing here. And don't forget, it says she was clashing with Jason Aldean's wife, which I'm sure there might be something there. He's got the 228 birthday. Look at that. 228, like 28, Jason Aldean, his birthday. Coi Leray, age 28. Maren Morris has Leray, her middle name, but it's spelled differently. Leray, or is it? Yeah, it is spelled a little bit. Yeah, it's spelled differently, but it's still Leray. So 228 with the Aldean birthday. Coi Leray, age 28. Girl and hero equal 28. You see that? It's exactly how it's done, like for real. It's exactly how it's done. And what's this video that keeps popping up here? I don't know when I play these videos if the volume's going to play.
Now we can selectively.
Let's get through this ad and maybe we can get some commentary here. Let's see. Muscle through the ad real quick. And again, I don't even know if the volume will play. All right, it's a let's see if they stop with the music.
My own
Here we go.
in a way that's like I'm in my 30s. I've gone through all of these personal upheavals, but also wonderful things that have come through that as well. I think that now I can just sort of enjoy the creative process. It's really celebratory. It deals with grief. It deals with the friends that help patch you back together. And there's notes on my motherhood and how this new season of life has changed me, but also like, being single again and truly finding this new sliver of myself that's sort of been laying dormant and now can be fully realized.
I also remember asking you about like LBGTQ. It was part of like maybe your speaking out for marginalized people, maybe because you were also part of that community at the time?
I knew that about myself, but I didn't really feel like I was a part of the community. I felt like I was an ally and like supportive of the community, but I just maybe internally hadn't had the bravery to go there in myself and like say the words out loud, which is so funny because I'm, so open. I think there was just like a full sweep after my divorce of like, I know these things about myself and I'm learning how to verbalize a lot of it. And that was one of the pieces. And that like set the rest free.
All right, so we're good with that. I had to go get some coffee going real quick. So yeah, I'm going to have to edit that out if I find out there's no volume. Maren Morris Dreamsicle album invites healing as she embraces her new life. OTF on the fly, decoding 101. Until next time.